Hello everyone, welcome to the stream. So I think I just changed the title. This is going to be epic, just in case anybody was wondering. I have that down now. How's it going, Cash? But today we're just going to be playing some games. So let's see what we have here. I think last stream we made a deck, but we didn't really get the chance to play it. It was this trampoline deck, which was supposed to be a bounce deck with lots of zero cost champions. It was an updated version of the deck that I had made on stream a long time ago. Basically, we're using cards like Evict and Reset here, and we're playing a lot of zero cost champions. So the idea is that we get this critical mass, and then in the late game, we play lots of zero cost cards, and then we return them to our hand. That'll be our big swing turn. Alright. What we're going to do is just queue for some quick match right here. And let's see, the arena right now. We have this. The arena is constructed, and I'm currently playing this Dinosaurs deck, which is doing pretty well, I think. How many wins do we have? 2 wins? Basically, it's an evil and wild deck, where you were just replaying these wild cards over and over again with our reanimation cards. Anyway, alright, so I think out of these cards, if I was going to pick a card that is good in most decks, I would probably go with the Brave Squire here. A lot of these cards are pretty situational. I think all 4 of them I wouldn't want in any deck. I'd only want them in specific decks. Brave Squire is just very frequently going to help you trade up. So a lot of the time you're going to play this Brave Squire here, and it's going to let you take down a big champion and also keep your smaller champion. Alright, so here, definitely want this fumble. It's nice to have a draw to, and it recycles. Question is, what do we want out of these 3? I'm probably going to go with the Soulstorm here. I think Soulstorm is quite good. It's nice to have a board wipe as well, even if it's a little conditional. I think the Vilify is also a reasonable pick, so is the Silver Dragon. No real wrong picks there. I'm a really big fan of Zombie Apocalypse. I like that it's an off-turn board clear, and also it's asymmetrical. So sometimes we'll come out ahead, and we can play this. I've definitely played this as a break my opponent's champion, because it's the only thing in play. And then I get 3 zombies and they get 1. So we're going to take the Zombie Apocalypse. Alright, how many wild cards? We have no wild cards. We could take this T-Rex. I really want to take up the Heinous Feast so we have some discard pile banishment. We have no loyalties. It's not crazy for us to go into wild here. It's only... I'm going to take the T-Rex. I think we're going to go into wilds. I consider T-Rex to be one of the stronger of the cards that you can take in a color. I'll probably be picking up this last year. Pull us into wild. We'll try and pick up some... I think in this pack, it's pretty close. So I mean, we could take Vanishing. Vanishing's solid to draw to, and you can oftentimes blow out someone if they play a card that Vanishing really takes advantage of. Just basically like a Thunderous. Anything that doesn't have a Tribute or Blitz. A Trihor, any of the worms really, except for a Rampaging Worm. I think I want both the zeros here, just so we have some rule for small things. I think Fork Lightning is also pretty reasonable, but especially with Zombie Apocalypse. Wither is, you can play it like a combat trick. It's hard to go wrong, but it's never going to be, you know, amazing. We don't have any ambush champions. Would not be crazy to pick up a Chronicler here, or a Medusa. We have 3 evil cards. Might be hard to do evil loyalty as well as wild loyalty, but it's very strong. We'll try and swing it. We'll be greedy. And then we'll take up the Inner Demon here, mostly because it is a draw to, and we want some single target removal in our deck. Now the question is Jungle Queen or Lurking Giant. So Jungle Queen is okay. It works pretty well with Raging T-Rex and cards like it, but I'm not really convinced. I think I'm gonna go with the Lurking Giant just to pick up another ambush champion. I value ambush champions pretty highly. Alright, we have an interesting choice here. I think we'll go with the Flash Fire. I don't think it will have enough. We'll have enough evil cards to get the loyalty X to be anything more than 2. And we still want more wild cards. Plus, it's unlikely that our opponent is evil heavy if they didn't take the Medusa, so this card's probably just useless to them as well. But if we take the Xanos, then the Flash Fire is good in most decks. So here I think it's pretty close between these cards. I'm going to take the Rain of Fire and the Ankylosaurus to solidify my wild. I could take the Evict here. And I could also take the Juggernaut, but I don't have any loyalty for the Juggernaut, so I'm not super keen on it. Still will usually get in for 9. So you can think of it like a Punisher. We are looking for a Punisher here. That being said, these cards are both reasonable. We want like a Strafing Dragon. Because now we have 2 establishing champions, so we could really use more champions in general. Lightning Strike is so good though. I just have to take it. Nice thing is that, you know, if one of us plays the Knight of Shadows and the other one has Lightning Strike, I'd rather be the one with Lightning Strike, so I think I'll take the Lightning Strike. Could get punished. Perfect. We've got a Hunting Raptors here. We don't have enough champions for Misguided Heralds. Light of Dragon's okay as well. But I think we'll just continue our burn strategy. We're going to have a lot of burn cards here. A lot of cards that deal direct damage. We have Flame Strike, Hunting Raptors, Fireball, Flash Fire, Rain of Fire. It's a lot. Interesting. Well, yeah, I'm not sure what bug you had, but sometimes I have this issue where the target that I want, it thinks I'm in a menu. Like I have I open up the discard pile, and then I have to choose targets at the same time. Like if I'm clicking it, the discard pile as I'm choosing targets. So what I do is I just usually open the discard pile and close it again, or open the menu and close it again. Alright, I'm going to take a second wind here. We already have a way to banish the discard pile, so we don't need Grave Demon, so it'll probably be lying in wait. I think we have enough for Medusa. We have what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 evil cards, so it'll be a little close. 6 out of 20. If we pick up another 3, it'll be at 9. I think that'll be fine. Alright, this is a pack that I'm not particularly keen on. We could take Mobilize just for some stabilization. You know, it gives us 3 chump blockers or 7 health. I think I'm going to take the draw 2 though. Army of the Apocalypse is okay. We have Transmogrify. We have this'll maybe we'll turn it into a combat trick that draws 2. I haven't really played with this card that much. Here we have some interesting options. Okay, I really like Invoke Pact. Draws 2, and we don't need a lot of champions, we just need one good one to bring back. And then we could probably take this Cave Troll here. We've got a lot of wild cards, so it has a high chance of coming back at least 2 times. Murderous Necromancer looks spicy here. We have lots of evil cards, so we can try and get it out. We have multiple board wipes, right? We have Soulstorm, Zombie Apocalypse. Yeah, those 2. That's enough. We can take the Murderous Necromancer here. We don't need a 3rd one. Yeah, I'm sure Filing a Report is enough. I think I know what you're talking about. So here, I want to take the Muse and the Fork Jolt. Even though normally I wouldn't take the Muse, I as highly as other people. Like I think Muse's tends to be overvalued. It's still very good, and we can still run away with it. And we tend to be champion light here, so we definitely want that champion. We also want a Punisher, but I didn't want to take the Gold Dragon over these other cards that are really good for our archetype. It's a tough back. We really want to take Flame Spike and Kong. Yeah, we really want to take both. I think we're going to take the Kong, actually. As good as they both are. We just are very champion light, and the Kong is going to be difficult for us to remove in our deck. I think we have, what, Lying in Wait and Inner Demon to get rid of it? And we could board wipe, but it's going to be tough to get rid of that one. And we're going to take the Arcane Research and the Spore Beast here. I think this one's pretty easy. Deadly Raid is not my style. It's just so risky. It's very all-in. In Demon Reach, we don't have any token synergy. And you really want to have a lot of token synergy if you're playing Demon Reach. Both these cards are... Arcane Research is great in any deck, and Spore Beast is probably going to give us at least, 6 health and be a threat. Yeah, Fork Jolt's great. Very straightforward. I'm not sure whether I would have Fork Jolt or Flame Spike though. Alright, so we are going first. Honestly, I kind of like this hand. I'm going to toss the Fireball, and I'm going to plan on passing here. This is a very reactive hand. One thing that we're really missing is just a way to draw 2 cards. It's somewhat of a significant weakness. How many evil cards do we have? Problem is I really want to hold on to this Medusa and Loyalty for it, and the Muse. So I think we're just going to do this and pass. Just because having the ability to use this Medusa right away is going to be very nice. Like what Mayells really wants to do is start their turn and then play an establishing champion. So if they do that, Medusa will be very strong here. Now this is a weak hand if our opponent calls our bluff and just... Sure. If our opponent just calls our bluff and draws 2 there. But I think in every situation it would be a bad idea to draw 2 there. Because... let's say Mayells draws 2, I could have a Punisher, or I could draw 2. Either way, they come up behind. So even though I don't have those things in my hand, it should be a very bad idea for Mayells to draw 2. Almost all of our foils in this deck in our hand. The only foil in this deck that we don't have in our hand is the Raging T-Rex. The opponent is trying to figure out what happened, probably because they thought it was their turn. They played this Shadow Imp. War Priest and swing that in. We're not going to wither it because then I can't Medusa. We're going to pass. See what happens here. on it. Here's where Medusa comes in. We could use Lurking Giant here, which is riskier, but I think we want to use this Medusa while we have loyalty for it. Let's see if I can land this Muse. True. Just wait till they see how many shiny cards I have. Funny thing is too that I only have 5 foils in this deck. I just happened to draw all of them. Just got all the shinies. Alright, get an extra card off that. See what happens when we attack with this Medusa. I mean, if this gets blocked by the human token or if it gets in, we'll play the Cave Troll and pass. It's not really worth attacking with the Muse here because we can carry the game with it if it stays alive. So I don't want to have to worry about things like Rescue Griffin, Watcher Gargoyle, or Spike Trap. That's a good block. Play this Cave Troll and then we'll pass here. This way we can contest the War Priest with just the Cave Troll. Put a light on draw 2s here. I may have been too greedy with my opening hands. I could get rid of that Shadow Imp, but I almost just want to ignore it and hold on to these for something that's more important. No Necromancer, unfortunately. We have Murderous Necromancer. Not the Necromancer Lord, though. That would be amazing. Thinking about something. Not sure what. I think they definitely want to attack with the Shadow Imp here. Get in for 2 unblockable. So maybe they have like a blue dragon or something. They just want to get rid of this Muse ASAP. They know I have this Wither, so maybe they're trying to play around the Wither. Yellows. Maybe it's my yellows. My yellows. I don't know. There's War Machine. That's actually pretty brutal. It's okay though. We're going to use Lurking Giant to take down the War Machine. They decided not to give the splits, which is interesting. That means that they don't have another Sage card, I guess. They're trying to protect their Shadow Imp from the Wither. I'm gonna try and use his Lurking Giant to take down the War Machine. Oh wait, doesn't have Blitz. Never mind. We're gonna use Lurking Giant to attack for 11. A new plan. Yeah, so basically this shows the amount of time you have left in on yards before you pass priority, and then this shows the amount of time that you have left in minutes across, ignoring this turn time. But I probably should have blocked that. At least that was my bad. Oh well. But if the amount of time left is less than this timer here, it just shows the time left as one number. Really thinking about their options. Alright. Oh man. I think what we want to do is just take out this human token and then attack them. Question is, probably we use the Wither because they know about the Wither, and because the Fork Jewel has higher potential for removing champions. See if we can eat the 2-3 maybe. It's very good that we got a draw 2 here because we were a bit behind. But honestly, this game might go to time. I think the opponent has taken, are they going to put that on top of the deck? Sure. No problem. And play Shadow Imp. Assert Dominance. They could have just shown both of those to give this Blitz, so it's curious that they didn't give it Blitz. We're just going to draw 2. Now we have Lurking Giant that they know about. And they know about the Drain Essence. Yeah, maybe they wanted to keep it a secret. I didn't have the Lurking Giant out though, and it seems kind of lame to temporize the Medusa. Will we... Oh man, now the Wither is looking a lot better. Oh well. Probably gonna take 10 here. I could Lurking Giant and just try and block it. It's kind of sketchy though. That's for sure. Not sure what's going on. They seem to be taking a long time to for every turn. Okay, I'm gonna Frost Gem my Medusa. Return the Shadow Imp to hand. Attack for 8. So options. I could Lurking Giant the War Machine. Or whatever. I still take so much here. I'm just gonna play the Zombie Apocalypse. Kind of want to not don't take so much damage. I go to 7. I can't go to 7 here. I'm just gonna play the Zombie Apocalypse. Just risky. They do a lot of zombies, and I don't have any more draw 2s. My mic is cutting out. I might just not be talking loud enough. I'll try to talk louder. All right. Comes the Shadow Imp, and they're not going to attack with it. We got to draw 2, which is nice. I think we're just going to draw 2 here. It's possible our opponent is out of ways to draw cards, which would be nice. We're gonna Fork Jolt one of these zombies and the Shadow Imp. I'm gonna wait until the Shadow Imp attacks, in case we get a juicier target, like that. Because now I can use Lightning Strike and the Fork Jolt to take down both of these actual champions. But, I mean, it might still be better to Fork Jolt to take out the Shadow Imp and one of the zombies, and then basically now this can't attack because of the Lurking Giant. Opponent's timer is now down to 13 minutes. Chronicler into Wither. Well, we didn't take the Chronicler. I remember we took something over it. We took Medusa, I think. Yeah, it was Medusa over Chronicler. But it is pretty nice. You can Wither, Chronicler, Wither again. Kill some demon tokens or something. Alright, so here they attack with Shadow Imp, and then we play Fork Jolt to get rid of it. They attack with Zombie Token. Honestly, I'd probably let all the zombies go through. Or Wingworm, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna let these zombies go through. Because I want to be able to Lurking Giant the Stalking Werewolf. But if I play Lurking Giant and they have an answer, I want to be able to block it. So we're going to take 3 hits. Fork Jolt to kill the zombie and the Shadow Imp. Then we're going to play the Lurking Giant. Might even just draw 2 instead. And I can just Lightning Strike to get rid of the Stalking Werewolf. Block with the Zombie Token. That way the board is somewhat clear. I'm trying to find this Soulstorm. That way we can clear. Or we need like a hard answer, like the Murderous Necromancer. So let's see, how can we get rid of Burrowing Worm? We've got Lying in Wait. We could just play lots of big things. Oh, this is nice, perfect. That makes our decision easy. Yeah, I was talking about picking it up a couple of times, but I decided not to pick it up. Might as well start. Law anyway is perfect. I don't even really want to play Fork Jolt yet because these things didn't attack. I'm just gonna draw 2 with this Invoke Pact. What's nice too is we can use this Fork Jolt to prevent one of these things from attacking with Burrowing Worm. We can remove the thing that's attacking with it and then play Lying in Wait. The yellows may have been paying attention because I think the Lying in Wait was passed to us. And there hasn't been much hard removal that we've seen in this draft, so Lying in Wait may have been the only hard removal that they passed to us. I think the Inner Demon was also passed to us, but we played it. Same with the Medusa. Well, I think the Medusa was the first pick, but still. We've played 2 of our hard removals already. The timer is ticking down so fast. Yep, it's daytime. There's a day-night cycle. Basically, it's recent. I think it's night when your opponent has priority and day when you have priority. Alright, we're just going to Lying in Wait this. Or not priority, rather, but, finish, no. The player's turn it is. So they ended up deciding to play Rax here, which is fine. Recalling that, these demon tokens become 4/4s, they don't have the bonus. Become smaller. And we can mostly ignore these. I'm kind of expecting a zombie to attack here. So then we can block with the Electric Giant, because we're going to Fork Jolt these 2 anyway. Now that we don't have a big scary thing to block, we can just spend this zombie token to block the zombie token. So we'll take this 2. We're gonna Fork Jolt the other 2. Could do it now, but better to let the opponent finish all their attacks in case they have like a Go Wild or something. So now if they really want to recycle off the Go Wild, they would have to buff something that doesn't get to attack. It's a little sketchy about attacking this Lurking Giant is that I could get double blocked by Demon Tokens, so I think I'm going to Kong the... Well, if I get double blocked by Demon Tokens, I'll just Drain Essence the Raxa. That's fine. Opponent's timer is ticking down. Overall, I think even though we have less health, we're in a position to win this game. Putting a lot of pressure here, this puts their opponent at 19 if they just take it. Which they might, because it looks like they have a lot of pressure on board right now. Then I'm going to play this Kong, use the Tribute to take down the Raxa. Yeah, this is good. Pretty much any outcome is good for us here. We get to take that out. Now the Kong can block a Demon Token, we take 2 next turn, if they attack with us with both. But if they attack us with both, then we can kill them. I mean, we'll be dealing 24, which puts them at 6. So they probably won't attack with both. Now they're in a recovery mode. They don't have a play to make there. Run out of gas, so to speak. I think we're gonna win this. I'm mostly holding on to the Ankylosaurus because we have so little few champions in this deck. That this is kind of a backup if the board gets wiped. We need to have some extra pressure. Otherwise, we'll just be sitting here, you know, drawing cards, and we could lose to some deal 7s to our face. Alright. Probably just drew that, otherwise they would have played it on my turn. So the question is, do I want to hold on to Flash Fire or Lightning Strike? I think I'll hold on to the Flash Fire, since I'll probably struggle with multiple small things more than one big thing, or even one medium-sized thing. Yeah. I'm not sure what our opponent is spending a lot of time doing, but you know, we're gonna play it out. They're thinking a lot. Alright, that's good. Flash Fire might come in handy. So Heinous Feast right now I gain 6 health. 4, 5, 6, 7 health. Wow. That's crazy. I might just do it now just to gain 7. We'll see. Depends on how badly I want this Flash Fire. So if Flash Fire right now, then I can't really Heinous Feast. That's the downside. So good though, I can't not Flash Fire. This Drain Essence, I should be fine for health. I'll probably play the Ankylosaurus to draw a card. Well, we'll see what happens here. If they just take both hits, then they lose. We just Flame Strike them. If they block one and not the other, I'll pass without spending my gold. Missing their cues. Maybe. They might just be doing something else. Thing is, they've always... It seems like when the timer gets low, they just makes kind of a rasher play. So I'm wondering if they're just playing and they're just trying to think through all of their options. And just reading everything a lot. We've only got 3 minutes left here. For the whole game, not for their turn. We didn't get to see any of our wild deck. I mean, we got to play these, I guess, but would have been neat to see Spore Beast or Hunting Raptors or Raging 2X. Was the reasons that we went wild. Cave Trolls bonus. Maybe they'll make a comeback and they'll just play really fast. Final task to draw 2. So now they're gonna time out. The amount of time they have left in the round is just for their turn is just slightly greater, I think, than the amount of time they have. Alright, they're 148. So we are going to just drain us instead. So we can't die to damage. We've got 24 in play. They're going to be at 4 health. We're going to Brave Squire a second attacker. Go for the kill. Well, I guess we don't really need to. Probably won't even Brave Squire it. I'll just pass and then we can flame strike them. Just in case they have hasty retreat or the one from Duel's Disappearing Act. We've got Flame Strike too. Yeah, I'll just pass. Blitz style epic. I would be happy to play Blitz style epic. I'll just see some 5-minute timers. But it's pretty rough for some people, so I understand. Especially if you just don't know the cards that well. This is Xanos I was talking about. Only revealing 1. It's not enough. Hey, at least the game didn't end in time. 36 seconds left. Alright. Try another quick match here. Got 18 gold. No, actually, hold on. I can't queue with this deck. This deck is a long deck. We're gonna just queue up with we use all the untargetables, the dumb untargetables deck. This deck is the one that just plays Deadly Raid, and I think it plays Battlecry. Battlecry. Just it plays just gigantic champions. You make it so they can't be blocked, and then you win very quickly or you lose very quickly. That's the deck. Pretty fun time. This has some duelist cards in it. We've got Disappearing Act and Vanishing. So we've got 6 0-cost ways to return an opponent's champion back to their hand, so that we can clear the path for our Veldins and Steel Titans and Kong. Just these gigantic 1-cost champions. We see Titan in here, I think, as well. We've got Frost Giant as a 1-of. Frost Giant and Ice Drake. So we have 4 ways to just completely expend their board. So that way, if it's kind of a stalemate, we can get through with that. Yeah, straightforward deck. Pump Cheese is my favorite. Pump Cheese is pretty fun. It's also a pretty fun deck. But this deck sometimes just sputters out, so I'm gonna play the faster one for this next match. Play the Pump Cheese deck against the AI. I vaguely remember it just being this ridiculous deck that would try and win instantly in 1 turn. Oh yeah, I can already see it's got Go Wild and Arm in it. That's exciting. We're just gonna get rid of all of our 0-cost recycles and whatnot, and we'll draw 2 to start. Take some damage here. no big deal. If we're not dead, we can just kill them in one turn. Raptors, no loyalty. Just gonna take 6. It's interesting they didn't give it loyalty there. Just gonna go ahead and run out. We're gonna surprise attack it out because we don't have another champion. Not really. I mean, you just inevitably deal some chip damage, but there is like what I'm playing right now is probably as close as you can get. There's a deck that uses Drinker of Blood. So you have Drinker of Blood combo decks where they don't really deal any damage, and then at some point in the game, there's 20 zombies in play. They play Drinker of Blood. They kill all the zombies. That deals 40 damage to their opponent. One hit kills. But usually those decks don't rely on Drinker of Blood. You also have decks that are like this, but they pump up something. They pump up like a Force Mage Apprentice and attack with it twice, or they just will hoard these. The thing about these type of decks is that they usually don't one-hit kill because they just like to spend their pumps where they can get them. Like I'll use one right now just so that the opponent can't get rid of his Stop Blocker. Oh, okay, that's odd. I don't know what happened there. Did seem like a good target, I'll tell you that much. If you could get rid of it, it would be great. And you know, you'll spend them in spots like this where it just gives you so much value anyway. You might as well spend a Brave Squire to kill a Hunting Raptors, and then yeah, this deck's running over the AI here. AI stream sniping. What the heck, AI? Not supposed to do this to me. We're gonna use our extra gold to get back Lightning Storm here. Oh, if I can click it. Just gonna draw 2. Sure thing. See if we've got the win here. We got it. That's pump cheese for you. That's a good example of what the deck can do. It's pretty ridiculous. Probably one of my. I like the decks that just really stand out from the other ones because they do something different. And I didn't even really spend that much time on this deck. I just kind of tossed it together. So it could use some improvements. But overall, it really came out well. The arms and the Brave Squires are really where it shines. Just the +7 and the +5 Unbreakable. Such a big boost for 0. 7 damage for 0. It's risky. That's what the deck's all about. I mean... well, it's not... it's not like cheese that you pump out. It's kind of a jargon. Pump in a card game is something that where you make a thing bigger, like a combat trick. And cheese in any kind of game is like, it's like a trick. It's like you trick someone, and because of the trick, you do something which your opponent wasn't expecting, and because they weren't expecting it, they lose. But it's not a very good strategy. It's like if they were expecting it, if they were playing around it, it'd be a bad strategy. That's cheese. Just gonna go ahead and show for T-Rex and probably Lightning Storm. Not actually sure which one of those two is better to show off. They've also got a T-Rex. Archer-X is better. It's ragier. Oh, okay. Well, they got another one. You know, you can play that game. Trying to decide what to show. Not sure what's happening. Alright, it was just thinking. Just thinking for too long. Oh, it just wanted to play 88 million things. Okay. A lot happened there. But I think we're just going to block and lightning storm away all this junk. And we'll play our T-Rex. Get rid of all that junk. I can't even say that word. Accumulation of cheese. That would be that does sound disgusting. Let's get rid of this subjugate. Kind of need the card draw. Get another wild card here so I can play my T-Rex. Draka. I could Savage Uprising. It's kind of rough though. We're just going to take the 9. Ooh, that's value. Can't be taking 12 there. The fix, yeah, honestly, undo is so good. Such an improvement. Push that out of the way. Get some sweet 6 damage to their face value. Don't need to play anything here. Just gonna be drawing 2. Well, we're going to counter that with a you draw 1 less. We have any discard pile management, unfortunately. So this, do I have any way around this? This deals 6 damage to a champion. So what we're going to do is just go wild our Thought Plucker. And then also rage it. That way it can't be smash and burned. Well, I mean, we made them spend their gold for 2 zeros. It's worth. Get in for free with this extra damage. Should have lashed that. All good though. Don't need this draw too. It's just not the most exciting Kong in the world. We just had a video about it, actually, but you can go to the Kickstarter. Let me see if I can find a link here. There you go. If you want to see more information, I'll just post the Endbringer Kickstarter page there. But I mean, have you played the original Sorcerer at all? Let's see. It's bonus turn. Finish that. We could play. Let's just play this column. I mean, this T-Rex here. Cool. Yeah, we don't want to do that. Ooh, that's rough. This is not too bad. We'll just go ahead and add some cheese in there. For 8. Oh man, it's just crazy. Lightning Storm with our extra gold. And we're ready for lethal. Okay, so it's like there are territories. It's usually played 2-player, and there's 3 territories that you're fighting over. But it's almost like Gothic horror theme. So think like Eldritch Abominations and sirens, contracts with demons, that kind of thing. So you're both playing as bad guys, and the goal of the game is to gain control of these 2 areas, 2 of the 3 areas first. So in the original game, you're trying to conquer Victorian era London. But there's basically there's some dice rolling. It's kind of like a duel, but instead of fighting each other directly, you are using this. It's almost like a war games, if that makes sense. Well, you play. Everything comes together, so it's like basically you'd have 3. You build your sorcerer by choosing 4 from 4 of who you are, 4 of what your magic is, and 4 of where you're from. So each of those categories, choose 1 from each, and that makes your sorcerer. And like you have this grimoire, which is like your deck, and then there's a board that you play on. So you have these tabletop boards, which you store all of your stuff on, and then there's also the 3 territories, and there's markers and various things that you move around. There's lots of bits and bobs, if that makes sense. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what it is. But I think if you just go to our videos for this channel and you look at the one that was just happened, Rob did a video about Endbringer. It's a little messy, but I know he doesn't usually do that kind of thing, so you might find that helpful. Yeah, it's pretty exciting. I mean, it's fun because it's a lot more flavor based. Kind of who you are and what you are has more of a story to it, and it looks very nice. But anyway, I'm gonna be ending the stream here, and I'll be back on Friday for the next one. I'm not going to be streaming on Wednesdays, but at least for the foreseeable future. But we'll see about maybe doing something different instead of the standard Epic stream on Wednesdays. In the meantime, have some epic games, and I'll be back on Friday.